In this lesson, we're going to have a look at solving equations involving the modulus function and solving inequalities involving the modulus function. So we'll get straight into it. So the question asks, solve the equation the modulus of x minus 1 equals 4. Now I'm going to show you two methods for this. The graphical method is my preferred method, and I'll show you a different method straight after. So the first thing you should do is graph each side of this equation on a set of axes. So y equals mod of x minus 1 on one side and y equals 4 on the other side. So pause the video, have a go at graphing those. So there's the graph of y equals x minus 1, which has y-intercept minus 1 and x-intercept, well, let's see, x minus 1 equals 0, which implies x equals 1. So 1 and minus 1 are where it cuts the axis. So what we want now is to find the modulus of that graph. So let's do that. So exactly the same for the positive parts. When the graph goes negative, it becomes the reflection. There it is there. So there's the graph of y equals modulus of x minus 1. But this time, rather than cutting at minus 1, it cuts at positive 1. So we can discard that now, we don't need that. Right, and y equals 4 as well. Let's say, roughly speaking, about there, say. So we can see there's 2 points of intersection now. So there's two solutions to this equation. Now what I find really helpful at this point is labeling the positive and negative parts of the modulus graph. And what I mean by that, this was the original part of the graph here. That is part of the graph y equals x minus 1 before we reflected it. So I'm going to write y equals x minus 1 next to that part. This part here is the reflected part, the part we've made negative from what it was. It was negative, we've negated it again to make it the positive. So that is the negative of y equals x minus 1. That's y equals minus x plus 1, i.e. the negative of all of x minus 1. So to find those 2 points of intersection, what we're going to need to do is solve two simultaneous equations. We're going to solve x minus 1 with 4. And we're going to solve minus x plus 1 with 4. So x minus 1 equals 4, which means x equals 5. That's our first solution. And minus x plus 1 equals 4, which means that minus x equals 3, which means that x equals minus 3. So there's our two solutions, x equals minus 3 or 5. And that's our answer there. So what I'm going to show you now is a different method for doing that. And I recommend against using this, but you might see it in class or in textbooks, so I think I should acknowledge it. I wouldn't do it this way, but let's do it anyway. And that involves squaring both sides. So the whole problem with the modulus function is that we don't know whether the thing that we're getting out of it was positive or negative before it was put in the modulus. For example, if we get the number 7 out of a modulus, we don't know whether it was 7 or minus 7 at the time it was put into the modulus. So the way we deal with that, not knowing whether something's positive or negative, is to square both sides, guaranteeing that both sides are made positive. So x minus 1 squared equals 4 squared, which is 16. And let's solve that. That's in complete square form now, which means that x minus 1 equals plus or minus 4. Not forgetting the implication signs, which means that x equals 1 plus or minus 4, which is minus 3 or 5. Now you might be thinking that's a much neater way of doing it, and in this instance it is. It's much quicker. However, this method only works if both sides are always positive. Only works if both sides are always positive. If not, the method will break. So one way around that is to always check the answers you get back in the original equation to see if they work. But actually, when we move on to inequalities, which we're about to, then really, this here, the graphical method, is the safest way to do it. So let's do another example. Let's do an example now with inequalities. And as I say, I've shown you the squared and both sides method. I would suggest don't use it, use the graphical method instead. So let's take this example here. Solve the equation modulus of x plus 2 equals 3 plus 2x. Hence solve the inequality modulus of x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 3 plus 2x. So I've chosen this example, by the way, to illustrate, if you want to show yourself that the squaring both sides method doesn't work. So you will get some incorrect solutions if you do the squaring both sides method, and that's because both sides aren't always positive. This side's always positive because it's modulus, but this one will go negative, which leads to problems. So if you square both sides, you'll get an incorrect solution. If you want, try it, but take my advice and always use the graphical method. So solve that equation. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to graph both functions first of all. So y equals the modulus of x plus 2 would look something like this here. Rather, that's x plus 2. So the modulus of x plus 2 just reflects the negative part, like this. And let's find the coordinates of where it crosses. Well, we know that it crosses here at 2. And this root or x-intercept happens when x plus 2 equals 0, which means that x equals minus 2. So minus 2 there. So we can get rid of the original graph now. And then we've got 3 plus 2x. Well, it's a bit steeper because the gradient of that graph is 2x. And the y-intercept is 3. So there it is there. And a bit steeper, gradient 3. So something like that there would do it. And that has y-intercept 3. And by the method shown previously, would have x-intercept minus 3 over 2. Like that. Okay, so let's label the individual parts of the graph now. So this here was the original graph, y equals x plus 2. This side here, y equals x plus 2. This was the reflected part. So the part made negative, so that's minus x minus 2. We took the negative part, made it negative again, which reflected it to be positive. So minus x minus 2 is that graph. And this graph here is the graph of y equals 3 plus 2x. So there's only one intercept. There it is there. If you use the squaring both sides methods, you'll get 2 solutions, by the way. One of which is incorrect. So, solving this now, we can see we solve x plus 2 with 3 plus 2x. We'll get the answer. Which means that, taking that over to that side and that over that side, minus 1 equals x, and we've found the only solution to that equation. So there it is there, minus 1 equals x. Then it says hence solve the inequality mod of x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 3 plus 2x. Well, we want where the graph of x plus 2 is above, i.e. greater than or equal to 3 plus 2x. Where this graph is above that graph. And we can see that the red is above the green. Anywhere to the left of this point, it's directly above. So you go straight down you go to the green graph, go straight up, you get to the red. The red is directly above the green, and that's what we wanted. So the red is above the green from this point leftwards. So from x equals -1 to the left. Therefore, the solution to the inequality is x is less than or equal to -1. And there's the answer to that second part. Okay, let's do another example. And there's the example there. Solve the modulus of x minus 3 equals the modulus of 1/2 x. So the first thing we're going to do, as I said before, is graph both equations. So there's the axes there. And you might want to pause the video if you want to have a go at this yourself. So I'll give you a moment to pause it, then I'll get on with it. So modulus of x minus 3. Well, x minus 3 looks like that. So the modulus of x minus 3 will look like this here, which has x-intercept 3, and it did have y-intercept -3, but since it's been reflected upwards, that's become 3. Let's label the individual parts. So that was y equals x minus 3, and this side has been negated or reflected, y equals minus x plus 3, like that. Right, y equals half x. So what we're going to do now is draw that one. So y equals half x looks something, goes through the origin, looks something like this. Quite a shallow graph. So when reflected, it's going to look something like this. Get rid of the original. So that graph there in orange, very similar to the other colour. Actually, I could have chosen a better colour. Y equals 1/2 x. And that's y equals negative 1/2 x at this side, because this is a side that's been reflected. Okay, so we can see that there's two solutions here. One there and one there. So we're solving x minus 3 with half x, and that will give half x equals 3, which means that x equals 6 is one solution. The next solution will be this one here, solving minus x plus 3 with half x. That's the half x graph, and that's the minus x plus 3 graph. Which means that 3 halves x equals 3. Which means that x equals 2. So there's the two solutions there, x equals 6 or x equals 2. So concluding, x equals 6 or x equals 2 are the solutions. And then it says, hence solve that inequality there. So we want where the graph of modulus of x minus 3, the red graph, is underneath, less than, the orange graph. So I can see that the red is underneath the orange between these 2 points here, this region here. The red graph is underneath the orange graph. We look up, we see orange. Therefore, and notice it's a strict inequality as well. It's not an or equal to inequality, it's a strict inequality. Therefore, anywhere strictly between those two values, which were 2 and 6. So 2 is less than x is less than 6, gives us the answer. So have a go at the worksheet where there's loads of examples of this. with full worked solutions. So over to you, get it done.